Hey guys, Q here, and this is how to defeat Rufus and Darkstar in Final Fantasy VII Remake on hard mode. One thing you want to do before this fight, you may want to set up your materia and equipment for Barret and Aerith for the next fight. They will come immediately after this, and if you get to the second fight, the Barret and Aerith fight, and you fail, when you restart the battle, you'll have to redo all of the equipment and materia again. Quite frustrating, quite honestly. So if you want to take a look at my video for that as well, and get as much as those equipped that you can, other than I think the elemental materia that Cloud is using. And again, anything else you might need to change. Also, I did no healing on this strategy, but you may need it. First, let's look at Cloud. He's going to have a melee build. You want to give him the Hard Edge and a Fury Ring, of course, the Chain Bangle. He is primarily going to be that. Give him both magic ups, because that's how we're actually going to defeat Darkstar and do a little damage to Rufus. Give him a fire materia and a poison materia. I tried it with Bad Breath. It doesn't quite work out, so stick with the poison materia. 2 HP ups. You should not need MP ups, so but one thing we are going to need is the ATB boost materia, the binding materia for the sleep spell, which he is susceptible to only once, but we will be using that. And then in the armor slot, put elemental lightning. That's going to make the first phase breeze. This fight with this strategy can take a bit of time, but it's a lot safer than anything that requires you to get some strikes in and try and dodge stuff. It's quite a pain in the butt, this fight, but I found a pretty duplicatable way. The hardest part is going to be getting him locked into a corner, but you'll see what I'm talking about when we get there. So to start off, you want to keep a medium to long range between yourself, Rufus, and Darkstar. Now you see when Darkstar uses the thunder, he can hit you with it, but I've only seen that ever actually once. He'll cast it on Rufus, and that's your opportunity to cast. So start out with a Bioga on Darkstar. You could just use a Bio, but you should have plenty of MP to use a Bioga, and that'll get a little more damage off on Darkstar right away to make this phase go a bit quicker. Hopefully you won't hit Rufus, but anytime he uses thunder, you're actually going to use the fire spell, not Firaga, not Fyra. The cast times are too long. Use the fire spell on Darkstar. The simple fire spell, as opposed to a Fyra or a Firaga, also has the highest return of damage to MP. Now, and that's basically the strategy. Run around the arena, keeping your distance, and whenever Darkstar uses thunder, use a fire on Darkstar. And as you can see, the thunderclap is actually healing us, so it really makes the Darkstar phase of this fight really simple. So I think I did speed up a little bit here. Once Darkstar gets to 50%, he will the helicopter will go away, and it'll be a forced cutscene. But nothing changes for the second phase of Darkstar, other than Rufus will have a few new moves, and we'll look at that here in a second.
Think you got my number?
Not at all. You're making me sweat. Good thing I came prepared.
Alright, so phase 2, Rufus has a few new attacks, but the strategy is the same. Whenever you can and Darkstar uses the thunder, take the hit. This Guns Akimbo is one you will have to dodge. Otherwise, Darkstar will do a follow-up. But you can actually, even if you get hit by every single one and Darkstar does the follow-up, again, you do get healed by the thunder attack. So just try. When you see that attack, and if you're at long enough range, you can just run to the side. And sometimes he'll spam that attack, and kind of annoying because you're waiting for Darkstar to use that thunder. And then, of course, if he uses bright lights, same thing, just run sideways. But that's it. Same as phase 1. We're just waiting till Darkstar uses thunder and using a fire. And by the time Darkstar gets finished, you should still have 10 to 20 MP. If you're having trouble with this, you can try using the Mithril Saber. See, there's one of the ones where I got hit by the guns akimbo. But if you're having trouble with this, you can throw on the Mithril Saber. It'll make the Darkstar faster, but it'll make the Rufus a little harder. Just because you do want to make sure you do max damage on the basically the one attack that we'll be using on Rufus during his phase. But so just wait around, thunder, fire, and it's pretty simple. This first phase is not difficult, especially since every now and then they're healing you. Every time you get an opportunity to attack, it also heals you. Now, something I do want to preface, the Rufus section, it can be frustrating sometimes to get him locked in the corner. So if you want to try swapping out maybe your magic up materia for a healing materia or a prayer materia, go ahead and do that if you're having trouble getting him locked in the corner. It's unfortunately that one part of this next phase strategy is a bit inconsistent. But so getting a heal materia on, or particularly a prayer materia or even a chakra, may help you out here. So for Rufus, what we're gonna do is we're waiting for the reload, and when we have ETB charge, and we're gonna poison him too. And I think we are gonna actually use the Bioga here as opposed to a bio. But basically, you're trying to lure him over to this side of the arena. Yeah, he used his reload, so I used a Bioga. And I think he hits me here. Yeah, there we go. He used the smoke, but that's fine. When you get him to that side of the arena, and then you're going to run to this corner and hope that he starts using that dash attack. If he's using the dash attack, then he stays locked there. Now, every now and then, he can effectively just change his mind and decide to walk around, in which case you just run around the arena and kind of do the same thing again. But the idea here is that you're really letting that poison tick down. You can see he's going to keep using that dash attack, which not quite a dash, but we're going to speed that up, just letting the poison do its damage. And then once it runs out, I think we're going to cast another one. You can poison him twice. After that, he does resist it. I've never applied poison 3 times, but it's helpful if you can get him locked in here. Oh, one thing to mention, you're going to run into the corner, but then stop running. If you're continuously running, he can sometimes hit you with the bright lights attack. So just in case, when he uses bright lights or when he uses guns akimbo, go ahead and block just in case it gets over that railing. Based on the angle he has, it can sometimes get over that railing. But again, run into the corner and then just wait there. Don't continue running. Otherwise, you will be in the line of the sight. You see that bright light there. So we're just waiting for the poison to tick down, and then once you get both poisons off, we're gonna put him to sleep and use a triple whammy commands to finish him off. Now you can do this at any point in the battle, but I usually wait until after the poison takes most of its damage. You can see I'm doing a little more damage to him here, and you can go ahead and use Bioga to do some damage, or Fyra to use some MP to get his health down a little bit more. But you're going to see he's finally going to decide to run around that corner. It's just not damaging him. Sorry, he's not getting poisoned. So we're going to put him to sleep. Now, one thing about him, you can poison him twice throughout the entire battle, and you can put him to sleep once. So save your sleep for this phase. So right now I'm waiting for a when he reloads, and I'm going to put him to sleep. I'm going to tread softly, reload. Beautiful. And then this is where we're going to take out the rest of his life. If you have the right setup with the melee build, you should be able to do about 60 to 70% of his health damage with this one attack, about 60%. So wait until you have 2 ATB charges, and this is going to go really fast. We're going to use Braver, then we're going to use the ATB boost, then we're going to use Infinity's End, all back to back. So the way that I do this is when he's asleep and the poison is done, we're going to use Braver and then hold L1 and just mash that R1 button. Once you see the ATB boost has applied to where you have 2 ATB charges again, immediately use Infinity's End. And if you time it right, if you're fast enough, you should get it all off. So Braver will immediately stagger him, ATB boost, we got those both ATBs, and Infinity's End, and that's going to finish him off. Now, if you can't get him locked in for all the poison damage that I did, that's fine. Feel free to use your magic. If you maybe mess up the poisons, feel free to use some magic to get a little extra damage when he reloads before doing the Braver Infinity's End combo. So example, if you can't get him locked in and the poisons have already gone, you know, use a little bit more magic to get his health down before using it. It's much easier when you can get it all done, get over half his health down before putting him to sleep, using Braver and using Infinity's End. So Darkstar, basically just run around and poison him, use fire while you're getting healed by the thunder attacks. For Rufus, run around, try and get him locked into that corner while he's poisoned, and then when the time is right, Braver, ATB boost, and Infinity's End. So I hope that made this easy for you guys. I will see you at the next video, which the boss I forget the name of, but hopefully I got something good for you. Until next time, I'm the Strategic Gamer, and I hope it helps.